been thinking the last couple of weeks in my own ways about this Venus and Leo transit, the retrograde transit, this conjunction that Venus is making right now as we speak here. I'm making this on a Saturday. On the Sunday, the 13th at 4:11 a.m. Pacific, it officially happens, but it's happening now, and actually even happens afterwards, all the way, I think, till Wednesday, the 16th, where we have actually a new moon in Leo. And so this isn't a formalized thing. I didn't really write anything here. I just wanted to say some things that I've seen and thought about. Recently, in the last couple of weeks, I've had a lot of client sessions. Thank you, by the way, for those who are watching who do that, and I'm open to do more. I'm actually feeling it. I'm on the roll. That, along with friends and certain life incidences in my life, certain things, been very clear to me about this transit. And I think what I've seen is a type of introspection with people that that, in a sense, not that I haven't seen in a while, but I've just seen a commonality. And this is regardless of the chart. Whether someone has got a major Venus or Leo parts of the chart, or other stuff in fixed signs like Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, you are all on say you're definitely affected by this, because I've been hearing the stories. I know this, and I know privately you've been ruminating and having to deal with things. But I've just seen external events, in a sense, set off introspection in others in a way I haven't seen in a long time. And I'm trying to look at this from an objective point of view and a positive point of view, because a lot of the stories have been difficult for people, but they have brought that where one has to walk within or sit and contemplate or cannot rush something. And I think it's interesting with a transit like Venus being in Leo, where Venus wants to profess her desires or wants, right? This is the thing about this expression through Leo, but in a sense has not been on point as maybe some thought it would be, or have been forced to slow down and see the structures and the reasons behind certain life situations. Hence the contemplation, hence some silence, hence someone thinking and looking at something in the way they never have before, and how challenging that could be, because when you're dealing with something with desire and wanting and craving behind something and the passion that drives that, and it's not necessarily running straight forward because we're in a retrograde, that could be off-putting for many people. Some enjoy and roll with that process. No matter who it is, we find our ways to deal, and we're presently there. So I think that's been fascinating for me from an experience level, an observance level. And I thought about literally like what one thinks they desire or feel that they desire. That I think here with this transit, especially with a planet like Uranus that's been involved here, along with Jupiter, but Uranus recently squaring off with Venus. And that first time that it happened was the week of June 10th. And then, that was Venus-Jupiter June 10th. But it was beginning of July we had this. Then we have a second one. And then we have it again happen in September. What am I saying? I think here, if Uranus is coming in and touching on Venus and squaring off, I think it almost cracks Venus open in a way where one thought they were thinking about what they desired in a Leo part of their chart, or what they thought it was going to be, and they had a plan, or they had a plan that was working for a while but then started not to work, wondering why. Uranus comes here and shakes that up. And I think here it's actually an added bonus benefit factor to a rebirthing story, as in a retrograde story and Venus going into the sun. There's that part of the rebirth, but Uranus has cracked it open a couple times here, and to show that maybe it's not what you thought it is. Not that maybe there's a desire you thought it is, and it's not what you desire actually, or what you want and what you crave for, how you would get that and how you would manifest the manifestation of that desire is not working anymore, or it's something else comes in to show you that. And so that can be discombobulating for one, especially if you're focused and passionate about something. And Venus and Leo, it's a fixed sign. It gets locked in. It wants to go straight to it, and with fire in this case. But it doesn't flow that way during the retrograde. Uranus helps out with the square. Now, that contemplation of what one desires, like, is this what I want? Is this what I'm craving? And if it is, then maybe there's another way of going about it, right? So Uranus throws that in the mix. The rebirthing, death and rebirth process is in the mix with Venus and going into the sun. And that is a good place just to be right now. From the time I make this video on a Saturday as Venus is going into the sun, and all the way till Wednesday here, which is the 16th with the new moon in Leo, there's several stages of all this. And I just want to let you know that it's okay. You don't have to push the gas pedal to do it. As I speak right now, the sun's trining Chiron. Venus is going to trine Chiron on Monday after the conjunction moment. You have some amazing aspects that support contemplation and stillness, and where that place where one can sit and just look at where everything is, and then let go of some of those things that are not going to be able to function when it comes to the fulfillment of what you desire. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You know what I mean? You don't have to like take the next step. You could just kind of sit there the next 5 days and let it be. And if you feel the pressure, to let go of the pressure. Now, do we have to do work? Do we have to take steps to fulfill what we want and desire? Yes, of course. Especially after Venus stations forward to go retrograde in the beginning of September. It's there all the way into October where we really get to implement and do the work, whether it's in the material world way or through our bodies, so on and so forth. But you get to have the alone time. You get to have the space of where you don't have to force anything. Now, life sometimes brings situations where you have to make decisions. So you make the decisions from the best place. But just remember, if you're catching this and you're in that predicament, that no, you're going to have more space here in September to tweak, to change, to implement this story in the Leo part of your chart. Uranus comes back at the end of September to really give you the backing, along with Jupiter down the line even squaring. So the story has other chapters, right? And I'll even go so far to say, for those who are deeper into astrology, and I won't say why, but next spring, we have a major Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that's going to happen in Taurus. And this is connected. That is connected to what is happening now, especially if you have fixed signs and stuff at these degrees. Okay, so there's a little bonus I threw out at you. So no, the story has its thing. It has a while. Jupiter doesn't leave Taurus till next May, right? Jupiter's involved in the Venus and Leo story. Uranus is there for a while, right? Chiron is involved for a while too. So know that there's stages to all this. And I like to talk about chapters and stages. Okay, what else is on my mind? Has to do with well, there's love, right? But there's the love that is what happens when you look in the mirror. No matter how hard that is. I mean, literally, after this video, go look in the mirror and go look at yourself. And can you be there without the judgment? Can you get past it? Can you see yourself? And just take in who you are, like looking at your face and into your own eyes. If you talk to yourself, to hear what you say to yourself. Everything. Can you get past the criticalness, the judgment? Try to get past that place and look at yourself. And when you're there, no matter what's going on in your world, know that you are sitting in a place of all-encompassing love that is yours and yours alone. When we stand in those places and we see ourselves there, no matter what's going on, and we let go of the shame or the guilt or the heavy criticisms, we start to come to a place of like seeing ourselves for who we are. And I think it's completely natural to take steps in a simple way to say like, oh, I see myself. There's no one like me. I have these powers, positive things. If you can get to that place, I think that is where one's dreams, desires, what one craves for, is born out of that place. You get to have that. You get to do that whenever you want. If you can peel the layers down, peel them away, and see the magic of who you are, that's a good place to start in this rebirthing process. So, some thoughts, some things that I've been thinking about this week and feeling, and even dreaming about. I haven't been around here. I made a video, but I thought I'd throw this up. If you somehow made it here, you've never been here before, my name is Nicolas Polymonakos. Human being. Just like you. Amazing human being on a wild story on this planet. It ebbs and flows, and euphoria and pleasures and sadness. All of it. We all do the same thing. We all have the same stories, just in different ways. But we all have the base core thing. We peel the layers away. We look at ourselves and we think, how amazing we all are. If you're into this and what I do, you can check out my other videos. Hit the subscribe button. If you, most importantly, are out there and you're looking for some reflection, some outside source, go find anything or any process in a positive way that can help you. Saying that, I'm a professional astrologer. I deal with one-on-one client sessions. You could take a look at my rates and what I do. I even have a Venus and Leo special going on. I'm totally down to hear your story and have a good conversation with you and see where we can find truth in your current status and world. You just hit me up and contact me, okay? So on that note, if you're watching this before the Venus-Sun conjunction, whatever ritual that you use, more power to you. I'll be there right with you. We're all in the same place, whether we're going to do a ritual or not. This ritual is from now all the way till the new moon. I bring you brightness, love from my world, insight, your insight, what comes through my way. And I give you this. A little bit of the eye of the tiger. You know what I mean? Even in a calm, whatever place, that one little something that you have that will get you through this. And down the line, when it comes to fulfilling your wants, your cravings, what you desire, what you are like yearning for, I got your back. So until next time, I'll see you on the next video.